Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday to everybody out there. Two, 1, 0. Here we go. Oh, now.
3, 2, 1, live. Cool.
Welcome back, Fun Fam. And if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to follow the Bradley's Fun Monday morning, the Daily Dish. I hope that wherever you are out there, you're having a phenomenal day, phenomenal morning, phenomenal afternoon, phenomenal evening, whatever it may be for you. I got to zip up here. Speaking of the day, if I can get this up. How's that work there? My shirt has weird. What side are you on? What side are you on? Whatever. I can't even. Today is Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day. Everybody out there, happy Veterans Day. Let me see if I have a Veterans Day. Deal here. If you're a veteran and you're in the chat right now, oh no. I clicked in veterans and it brought up the salt mines. That's not good. Oh, no. I was looking for it. I don't see it there. Oh, let me see here. Okay. If you're a veteran and you're in the chat, let me know. Welcome in, everybody. Hopefully, everybody is watching out there. Let's see who all we have in the chat this morning. There is Little Mouse 27. Little Mouse 27 says, "Hey, good morning, everybody." Trying to get something out here. And that was me saying hi to Good Morning Little Mouse 27. I wasn't 100% sure this show was going to happen this morning. So hopefully everybody out there is getting notified right now, because this morning's show is kind of an important one. And so I'm really hoping that people tune in. It is my 100th episode, but that's not why it's important. It's the subject of freedom of speech is today's show. And it's a very important one. Rhonda says, U.S., Happy Veterans Day. Yay! Jeremy Heath is here and also says, Happy Veterans Day. Native Hawaiian, who I met yesterday in person, says not alpha. He meant aloha and good morning, y'all. That is the ultimate Hawaii slash Texas greeting. And then Jeremy says, good morning to Native Hawaiian. Theme Park Casual is in the house. What's up, TPC? Good to see you, man. I really, really super appreciate your support. And then Jeremy Heath is here, and he says, hi, hey, diddly ho, hey, howdy. Who else is here? Watching from work, Dan's Life at the Kingdom is here, and please pray for my dad. He's in the hospital now after treatment. Proudly served the U.S. I'm praying for your father, please. But I'm really tired this morning, so I was woken up at 4 a.m. by my son screaming in pain. And he's been having a toothache. I think he's got a wisdom tooth coming in, and it's pushing on his back molar. So prayers absolutely for your dad who's in the hospital. My son went to the hospital. We ended up taking him to the emergency room. I'm a little bit tired because I feel like I've had half my day gone by already, and that's a unique situation for me. So I guess what that means is I need to wake up a little bit. And I think that we wake up to a celebration. We have a final count, by the way, on the election in the United States of America. This is not a political channel by any means. I'm just sharing, if I can, hopefully I can get this up here. I'm just sharing a website that has information. There we go. All right, so there it is. There's the final 2024 election count. And I'm sure that the YouTube algorithm already picked up this word. It's going to put that little notification on this video when it is on the replay that this video, click here for election result, whatever. It's a Google thing that does that. It's weird because it's, I don't know. It's weird. But it is what it is. They do that. So I'm attempting to caffeinate here. This is the final result. And this is what it says. This is New York Times. Okay, so, couldn't get more left wing than that. Presidential election results, Trump wins. Donald J. Trump has won the presidency, improving upon his 2020 performance in both red and blue states and capturing enough swing states to reach the 270 electoral college votes. Millions of votes are still being counted, especially in western states where tabulation is expected to take days or weeks to complete. That's beyond ridiculous. Get it done like Florida did in one night. Anyway, we got 312 electoral votes for Trump, 226 for Harris. There were a lot of historical things about this that little snippet did not cover, but I'm not going to get into that because this is not a political channel. But it was an historical win, and it was a massive landslide. What does this say the numbers are? It says you got basically 75 million votes for Trump, 71 million votes for Harris, which is weird. That's like 10 million votes fewer than 2020. Don't know why. Can't speculate as to why that might be the case. Yes, that is absolutely a landslide, and thank you, Jeremy Heath, for that. But basically, what I wanted to do on that note is play, because I may not be able to use this a whole lot. This is not a political channel, and I don't want it to get political. I just want it to be fun. But based on those results, this is the celebration that we have right now. So I'm going to show it. And we are back. OCDD 93 is now in the house. Oh, the house. However, I will let you guys know. Now, if you're brand new to the channel, you're coming in, you're watching this, maybe you're watching the replay, you fast forwarded. First of all, please click that like button. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel down below and click the notification bell, because when you click it, you stick it to the YouTube algorithm and you get notified of all of our uploads here at Follow the Bradley's Fun. And hopefully I can do this video today and it comes across okay. Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. Hello, Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. Jeremy Heath. So what was that about? Well, on our channel, when you guys do super chat, super stickers, super things, memberships, membership chats, member, anniversaries, become a member of the channel, drop perhaps gifted memberships or even PayPal or any of those types of things, we like to celebrate. Now, that's not the normal celebration video that we do, but it's a fun celebration video. But normally we do a different video. And here is a short version, and it kind of looks like this.
Is it too much? Too much? It's perfect!
Oh, this is just the best of my scene. Planet Killer, welcome in. You're new to the channel. I haven't seen you on here before, but that's great. Hey, I appreciate you coming in today, checking out the show. It's going to be a kind of a different show today. Well, no, I don't want to say it's that different, but there are certain things that I like to talk about. First of all, I want to talk about a very, very quickly here, a meetup that we had. I have to know, first of all, if it's okay. I don't see Tom F here in the chat, probably at the doctor's office this morning. That's okay. But I'll ask Native Hawaiian if it's okay for me to show any of the photos from yesterday. You can let me know in the chat if you're good with that. And if you're good with that, I'm going to show photos of us together from yesterday. And yesterday I went to Disney Springs and we had a little bit of a channel meet up at Disney Springs. And I'm going to try to share some photographs from that meetup situation. Now, one of the things that I'm going to be sharing here are things that I actually like about Disney, and the things that I like about Disney are what are behind what I call Walt's Firewall. What is Walt's Firewall? Walt's Firewall is everything that makes Disney good that they are trying to tear down. So let me share this here. This is a beautiful picture of the sunset over Disney Springs. One of the things that Walt always wanted when the Imagineers created anything is to create vistas. As a matter of fact, there's a whole lane named Buena Vista, which means good view. And Buena Vista is in California, but also Lake Buena Vista is in Florida, and Buena Vista Street is named after this beautiful views in California. Beautiful views is something that Walt always stressed. The Disney key for that is called good show. And good show is something that was extremely important to Walt and was carried on and has been carried on potentially up until the Iger regime. Trying to see which way I need to go. That's a trumpet player who is practicing. But there's a couple of these pictures that are going to look like duplicates. So I had a meetup yesterday, the channel, and Native Hawaiian was there, and Tom F was there, and both of their beautiful wives were there. My beautiful wife, Virginia, right now is asleep because, like I said, we were at the hospital emergency room at 4:30 in the morning, and I am the only one who is up because I got to do my job. I do it for you guys because there's important stuff coming up. What we got to talk about today. Let's go through these. So here is one of those fountains at Disney Springs. I think that Disney Springs, which, while I say actually was Imagineered, and I don't know when Disney Springs started. I think this actually did start under Iger. I don't know who was in charge of the parks at this point in time. This might have predated Bob Chapek being a part of the parks, but it's pretty. They've done a good job. Here's the Christmas decor, and look at the chandeliers that they have up. I just think this stuff is really, really cool. So when I say Walt's Firewall, this is the kind of thing that's Walt's Firewall. Now, the stores that are in there, not so much, because it's basically just a place to spend money. If you could go on a $10,000 shopping spree at Disney Springs and not come away with a whole lot. As a matter of fact, there's at least one item at Disney Springs I know you couldn't even buy for $10,000. I can't remember how much it is. It's like $25,000 or something. It's Cinderella's castle in Crystal Arts. But there's the season's greetings from Disney Springs. That's what they have going on right now. They've started the Christmas stuff there. And it's pretty. It's pretty with the lights and the Christmas bunting. They've got the tree going right now. There's the tree and the Snope. I don't know if you can see the Snope in this picture, but there is absolutely Snope in this picture. And here is what that looks like. Actually, you know what? I don't know that I want possible copyrights on the music, but there it is. That's the big Christmas tree at Disney Springs, and of course, there's also the Christmas tree stroll going on. I didn't take any pictures of the Christmas tree stroll. Christmas trees, but each one of those trees, you go around Disney Springs and you find trees throughout the property that are based on Disney properties or attractions IP. They're kind of cool. I took a whole bunch of pictures of the tree because I didn't know which one I was gonna get right. And there's Mickey and me. Look at that. Beautiful sunset, beautiful weather yesterday there at Disney Springs. And I'm gonna get to where we had the meetup. There's the bottling company, which is actually Morimoto's. It's funny, where it's the Springs Bottling Company, the idea behind the facade of Morimoto Asia, it's funny because it has nothing to do with Morimoto Asia, but the idea is that this town, Disney Springs, was built around the springs. All the springs, by the way, are created. But it was a good storyline, and the Springs Bottling Company was something that was left behind, then supposedly repurposed into Morimoto Asia, the restaurant. Eventually, maybe I'll do a whole video on the backstory of Disney Springs because it's kind of interesting. It's actually really good theming. This is probably, in all honesty, the best theming project that's ever been done under Bob Iger while he was there. After that, this is kind of the last bastion of good, really good Imagineering. Well, I mean, there we are. There's me on the left, as you can see, and then Native Hawaiian, his wife, Tom F., and his wife, and there we all are. Yes, Marketplace and Pleasure Island was there before. So they've just expanded it. They put more nightlife type stuff into it, but without having to have an admission fee like Pleasure Island was. Pixie Dust Travelers here. Tracy says, good morning, all. Try $250,000 for that. Oh, not 25,000, 250,000. Is it really 250,000? My gosh. Why would I pay more for that than a real house? That doesn't make sense. Oh, that is crazy. But yeah, but there we all are. And that's going to actually lead into the story. Now, once again, before we get to the story of the day, I want to play the full celebration that we normally have. Now, the reason I'm playing it now is because you may not see the full celebration. Again, this only happens if I get super stickers, super chats, super things, membership drops, any of those kind of things, and it will happen at the end. I'm kind of reformatting the show today so that I can repurpose some of this to have this story as a video also on its own, which I will post, if not later today, possibly tomorrow, something like that. But that's the plan. I'm trying to do that now with this show. And I'm keeping you guys for watching it, keeping you in the know. OCD89 series says you were in awe of it. So what I'm going to do before I get to the main story is I am going to play the full celebration now, and it doesn't happen again unless there's those things to celebrate. But I always like to celebrate you because you are the energon that makes this guy able to transform and roll out. So let's play the full celebration.
Is it too much? Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo! Oh, this is too much. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. Okay, the anticipation is making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show. I think I would go so crazy. pretty decent guy, I must say.
But Vinny T, I'm so sorry you didn't see the post. It was kind of, I wasn't 100% sure. So Vinny T says, good morning. I'm completely bummed out. I missed out yesterday and didn't even know about it. That's okay. If you're here, if you're local, just hit me up. I'll meet up with you at Disney Springs. Like, here's the funny thing. So one of the things that kicked off a lot of subscribers, and not necessarily the right kind of subscribers to this channel, was last year, early on in my YouTube journey, I posted a video. So here's what happened. It was a bunch of YouTubers met up. Not a bunch. It was a team of YouTubers, but they were gaming YouTubers, right? So very popular, millions of subscribers, millions of hits on their channel, and well-known, established gaming YouTubers. And my son was a big fan, and they had a meetup in Orlando. And so we went to their meetup, and I vlogged it, and I put it on the channel, and it got like 5,000 plus hits on my channel, where normally I, wasn't getting more than 50 to 75. On vlogs. So that vlog got all kinds of hits and all kinds of subscribers. And I feel like those are the subscribers that are starting to drop off now, because I've gotten a lot of subscribers that have dropped off, but they're all, for gaming. I don't really do gaming, and I have nothing to do with that channel. That was just, it was a local Orlando vlog. But it also showed me some intense power of YouTube, because those guys who just, all they do is play video games on their channel, but kids like my son are super big fans of theirs. And so their meetup had like a couple hundred people maybe at it, over 100, I think. And it was crazy. And I was like, I want to do meetups like that, but, and I don't mind if I get that popular having a meetup where I don't think there's going to be 100, crazy screaming kids or anything like that, but it would be fun to have like 25, 50, 100 people doing a meetup sometime. So I will try and keep you in the loop, Vinny T, especially on your subscriber level. Just if you go to my splash page, my YouTube splash page, my email's there. You can just hit me up with an email, and you can just, I'll be out at Disney Springs, and we'll just plan a meetup. That's kind of what we did here. So yeah, I love the Geeks and Gamers guys. Those guys are fantastic. Jeremy, D-Day Cobra, all that. But they kind of have veered away from gaming, and they've got more into politics. But yeah, and I'm also at the parks. I might even go out today. I haven't decided yet. Like I said, I'm super tired. I know you didn't come in till a little bit late, but Vinny T, my son had to go to the ER this morning at 4:30, and so it is what it is. But now, on to the story of the day. So, as many of you may know, Gina Carano is currently involved in an employment lawsuit with the Disney company. She was terminated from her contract on Mandalorian several years ago based on some tweets that she put out that were just simply questioning some things and giving her opinion on some things. Anyway, she was terminated. She's in a wrongful termination lawsuit with Disney currently, and Disney has tried to stop that lawsuit every step of the way, but they have not won any of those cases. They've lost all of those cases, all those little steps so far. They've lost. So the case is going to discovery, and hopefully a lot comes out. She's asking for quite a bit, and I hope she gets everything that she wants out of it, honestly. And but the reason I'm bringing this up is because something happened recently based on the election. Who is it that said, I saw somebody in the chat had mentioned that Disney was really delving way too far into politics. And now somebody from Lucasfilm has crawled out of the woodwork to tweet something out or post something on X, I guess it's called now, extremely offensive to more than half of the country, to, in fact, the known majority of the country. And so we're going to show you this post right now by Gina Carano she made the other day. So this is on X. Gina Carano writes, tweets are now protected. So here are the receipts. Director of cinematography, lighting, and FX is a huge job, Joe. This is a Joe Elleron. I think his name is Joel Aaron. What was it that Lucasfilm and Disney say their values are? Is demonizing over half of our country for exercising their right to vote for the best candidate in there. Trump got the popular vote for a reason. Maybe step out of your little Hollywood bubble and try to understand why. So what is that in response to? Well, we're going to show you. So here he is. This is his X account. Who is Joel Aaron? He is the Lucasfilm Star Wars director of cinematography, lighting, and FX for Star Wars, Tales of the Jedi, Empire, The Bad Batch, Resistance, Rebels, Clone Wars. And this is what he posted on X. I'm not going to read this. This was a repost. It's on the screen. I apologize for the language that's on the screen, but I'm not going to read that part. Republican voters, I don't know what the rest of that account says. Trump was saying, I think this was at a rally, because I have a piece of glass here, but all we have really over here is the fake news. And he was pointing to basically where the media was set up. And to get me, somebody would have to get through the fake news. And I don't mind that so much. I don't mind that. So basically what Trump was making a joke, right? Because there was an attempt against his life, as we know. And what he was saying is that on this side, he's unprotected, but that same side is where the media was filming him from. And so on that side, he was saying, maybe I'm not protected, except that they would have to go through all of those media people first. So, and he's kind of just making a joke. I wouldn't mind that so much. I would say that joke itself is not in great taste, but to be honest, when you've actually had the attempt against your own life based on what the media has been putting out and brainwashing people with, I understand where he's coming from. But this response from Joel Aaron, blank this disgusting blank, 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 and all who support him. You can read what it says right there on your screens. As a matter of fact, I will blow it up. So you can see it. There it is on your screens. Sorry, I'm not bleeping out the words, but there they are. And you see that he insulted more than half the country. He insulted because we know the final vote count. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's perverse, and it is exemplary of modern Disney. And they seem to be brushing this under the rug. Disney's not treating this or treating him the same way that they treated Gina Carano. So on one hand, you have how they treated Gina Carano over some tweets that were just questioning how things were going with the government back then. And then this guy actually insults more than half of America, probably a lot of current or possibly now former Disney fans. Yeah. So this is disgusting behavior, and it should be dealt with. Well, we have a story out of that Park Place. And if you're not subscribed, or if you're not, if you don't have that bookmarked, I would definitely bookmark that Park Place. And I believe this story is actually by WDW Pro. Let me put it on the screen. And I'm going to blow it up to the bigger size here so you can see it. There it is. Lucasfilm creative director goes on ugly tirade against majority of Americans that could influence the Gina Carano lawsuit. And this is written on the 8th of November out of that Park Place by WDW Pro. And there is Boba Fett sitting on his throne. A Lucasfilm employee went on an angry tirade against the majority of Americans. Now, many are wondering why the seeming double standard is so strong for Disney employees with moderate and or conservative viewpoints versus those with abrasive, ugly, and awful statements against them. Has Star Wars truly lost its shine? Lucasfilm creative director Joel Aaron posted on X some of the most vile commentary you'll ever see about his fellow Americans. Following the election, Mr. Aaron told the majority of Americans to blank themselves in a profane post that would make a Sarlacc blush with embarrassment. Although the post was later deleted, it was up plenty long enough for others to screenshot and save what could be the nastiest tirade we've seen from Lucasfilm lately. And then you see the same things that I was showing you earlier. Lucasfilm creative director Joel Aaron has deleted the X post. Gina Carano tweeted it. He openly told, and this is saying 71 million Americans, but basically it's all the way up to 75 million now that they're continuing to count, to go blank themselves. Lucasfilm is now trending, and there it is again. You see that there. This, blank this disgusting, Thanos's chin and all who support him. That's what the guy said. Of importance is that Gina Carano was released from Lucasfilm in a very public way for far, far less incendiary comments and language. Whether or not Lucasfilm will respond in any similar fashion to Mr. Aaron has yet to be seen. For the Walt Disney Company, which owns Lucasfilm, all eyes and ears are tuned in to find out how they will handle a political atmosphere that is strongly not in alignment with their goals. It's hard to imagine how an incoming Republican administration is going to be friendly to Reimagine Tomorrow, a vast initiative inside Disney that creates employee quotas for projects based on basically superficial things like race, ethnicity, and preferences in the bedroom. And again, these things are superficial. So why Disney does this? This is Reimagine Tomorrow, and for the parks is the Stories Matter group, and none of those are about things that matter to the general public. They are all things that are very specific to just a handful of people that work for the company who have a certain idea. They believe that their idea is right, and they must preach it to everybody. They want to try and convert everyone into their cultish ideas. Gina Carano responded to Joel Aaron's post on X with the following: "You work for Lucasfilm Disney, right? You're saying blank to 75 million Americans, correct? Given that Ms. Carano is challenging Lucasfilm and the Walt Disney Company with a lawsuit funded by Elon Musk that claims she was the focus of targeted harm based on her political beliefs, how Disney responds to this one might actually be a feature in ongoing litigation and arguments. The ball's in the court of Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy. We'll see what they do with it." And that is out of that Park Place again by WDW Pro. And I am back up. Well, and as you say, OCDD 93, right back at him. So that story is it's perverse, it's disgusting. I don't like doing stories about things that have language of that type in them. So I apologize for that, but it has to be shown what representatives of the Walt Disney Company, a family-friendly company, are doing to become less and less family friendly. Now, of course, the reason I showed you the pictures earlier of Disney Springs and the beauty that's there is because I call that Walt's firewall. But people like this Joel Aaron are certainly trying to do everything they can to chip away at Walt's firewall. They are, and certainly they're chipping away a lot of the Disney audience. They are offending a lot of people. They're offending more than half of America. And we're not talking about things that you choose to take offense at, like somebody maybe not understanding what you choose in your head for your pronouns to be. No, that's we're talking about things that are actually offensive. Telling half of the United States to go blank themselves, probably not a good idea from somebody who represents the Walt Disney Company, Star Wars, Lucasfilm, and it's going to be very interesting to see how the Disney Company does, in fact, respond to this. And if there is no action taken against this gentleman, it's going to make it that much easier for Gina Carano, I believe, to win her lawsuit, either in or out of court, in court where she wins, hopefully bigger than any of us can imagine, or out of court where there's a settlement that we don't see. But I kind of feel like she might just go ahead and take this all the way. We often don't see Disney operating in court because most of the lawsuits against the company, they manage to settle out of court. They do not like the publicity when it's negative. And certainly this Gina Carano court case is definitely going to be certainly anything but positive publicity for the Walt Disney Company. But that is the story for today. And I don't know where it's going to go, but my hope is that some way, somehow, there is, in fact, course correction at the Disney Company, whether that be with the new head of the board, selecting a CEO from perhaps outside the company that can lead the company back into the Walt's direction. Some people call it the Walt right. But really, as WDW Pro likes to say, back to the sensible center would be perfect. That would be great. And if you would like to see the Walt Disney Company come back to the sensible center, let me know in the chat. Also, if you think that the Walt Disney Company has no way back, you can let me know that in the chat too. Yeah, exactly. Make Walt great again. Make Disney great again, or make Disney Walt again. That would be. That gives me maybe that'll be my next shirt idea. Make Disney Walt again. You know, MDWA. Yes. Not exactly as it doesn't have the ring to it that MAGA has, but I like that. Make Disney Walt again might work out. You know, the funny thing is Mickey Mouse in his character, I think, would be completely offended, absolutely offended by, you know, he was created by Walt, sort of. There's a whole backstory there, but you know, you get it, generally speaking. And it's just, I don't know. It's very, very sad, very, very sad to see what's been happening as they try to break through Walt's firewall, but it's still there. And my hope, honestly, my hope for the company is that either Elon Musk or maybe Elon and a team of others that he brings along with him go in together and buy the majority of shares of the company, buy the company up, and they change it. I don't want the company bought to be broken apart, which is what I think Apple would do if they purchase the company. But unfortunately, I don't know that the company's valuation is great. It's probably gone up a lot. I would imagine the stock's gone up since the election because all the stocks have gone up since the election. But we'll see what happens to the markets over time because we still don't know. Just because we are going to have a new leader in charge, that doesn't necessarily affect the stocks positively over the next 4 years. That is, there are other factors that go into that, so we shall see. Anyhow, I want to thank all of you for coming in today. We are probably going to end this a little bit early today. I don't have a lot else, and I was hoping to have some guests on the channel, but nobody came in. I want to go through some of your chat. So, Vinny T, is my son okay? So here's what's going on with him. His back side of his tooth on this side of his face, the lower jaw started to hurt a couple days ago. He didn't tell us until, I want to say, late last night. It got kind of bad. So we got some medication and no, not late last night, night before last. It was getting bad. Is that right? I don't know. Time is weird. Got some medication for him, got some Oragel and stuff like that. And it looked to me like his wisdom tooth was coming in and pushing on the molar next to it, and that was causing the pain. The pain got so bad, he woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. He was screaming, crying. And so we ended up taking him to the emergency room where they gave him some more medication for it. We're going to try to get him an emergency dental appointment and see what needs to be done as far as the actual teeth are concerned. But for now, the pain has subsided. He's asleep at the moment with Virginia. My beautiful wife is also asleep at the moment because, again, 4 o'clock in the morning. But I'm here for you guys because I love you guys. And while they're sleeping, I can work. So it's all good. But he's going to be okay. He's going to be okay, I think. So I appreciate you asking, but prayers are welcome. And also Jeremy, wait, was it Jeremy? Who else posted? Post in the chat who else needs prayers. But we are a praying group here, and we pray for everybody that needs healing. Between them, the WDW Pro Gang, and you, thanks, I'm all set on current topics. Well, I am trying to do my best. As a matter of fact, this channel is going through some changes, so I will try to be better about posting more current topics, news articles. I won't be vlogging as much if they are if they're vlogs that are behind Walt's firewall, if you know what I mean. If they're like the more like the pixie duster side of things. They might end up going on my wife's channel, but we are still working on that. Once her channel is monetized, once Virginia Bradley Magical Adventures is monetized, that channel may adopt the name of this channel, which is Follow the Bradley's Fun, and this channel may change its name to something else. And I don't yet know. Right now, my news stories that are the first one that I posted of the cake bake shop is, I think it's called Fedora Finds, because it has to do with my fedora, which is coming back, by the way. It was going to be like under the fedora or something like that, but right now I think I'm calling it Fedora Finds, Follow the Bradley's Fun News. So we'll see. But the news can be fun. We have fun with it, even if it's bad news. Oh, what's that? I'll have to find that Robin Hood Men in Tights. That one scene from Robin Hood Men in Tights. Maybe I can use that in here without getting copyright claimed. Which is, the one where he's like, "Well, what if it's bad news, but you present it in a good way?" That's what we do. We take bad news and we present it in a good way. Cancel culture has canceled themselves. All right, back at them. Yeah, I know what that's from. Hashtag make Walt great again. Yes, thank you so much, Vinny T. I appreciate that. And your dad, that's it, Jeremy. So everybody, please, prayers in the chat, prayers for Jeremy's dad. I'll put my own in. It's a moment of silence too. That's just coincides. There you go. Did that chat now? Yes, there we go. So I'm assuming when you say you love that movie, you're talking about Men in Tights. Appreciate that, Vinny T. Vinny T is in the house. So thank you guys all so much for coming in. Dylan Soup finally is in the house. Dylan Soup, you came in just in time. We're just about to end the show. We already did the story, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take this video too, like I did for that cake bake shop, and make my second news style video, if you will. And we'll see what happens. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how it's going to go. But my cake bake shop video is performing not bad for this channel, and hopefully we start to go from a few hundred views to several thousand views on those types of things. Long live King Dakar, and long live that squirrel. Well, that squirrel's not with us anymore, but before we head out the door, I know I didn't see any supers. That's okay. And I know that Going Shogi wasn't able to be here. I'm sure a few others will catch this on the replay. And if you do, by the way, if you're watching the replay, comment below before you head out the door. You can comment replay gang or anything else, but comment below before you head out the door. Let me know you watch this on the replay. And whether you're watching this on the replay, you're watching it live, you've ever given a super chat or anything else, we want to celebrate you. So we are going to do one more long celebration. Let's celebrate, everybody.
Too much? Too much? It's a perfect! Wahoo! Oh, that's so nice. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. Okay, anticipation. It's making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show. I think I would go so crazy.
And we are back. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. I'm getting ready to send you over to Culture Casino, who looks like he's got an interesting show coming up for everybody today. So when you go into Culture Casino, say hi for me. Say, hey, we're coming in from Follow the Bradleys Fun. Ron says hi to Culture. You got to say hi for me because I may not be there because I'm probably going to want to go back to sleep too after the way this morning went for me. So thank you everyone so much for coming in today. I hope that the rest of your day is phenomenal and that we all have a great Monday, a great Veterans Day, a great week. Again, salute to all the veterans out there. It's an important day because unlike Memorial Day, Memorial Day is the day that we honor the fallen. Well, Veterans Day, we honor everybody that's ever served and given us the opportunity to have the freedoms that we have in this country. So if you see a veteran, thank a veteran for them doing for us what we're not always doing for ourselves, and that is fighting for our freedom. Got to fight for our freedom, because otherwise we could lose it. Thank you guys so much. Tell Culture I said hi. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, we will see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.